Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham's comments about transgender athletes now sparking an unexpected challenge to the WNBA, with two former NBA players saying they want in. And as Cantor Freedom and Senate candidate Royce White say they plan to declare for the 2027 Women's National Basketball Association draft, turning the debate over the league's eligibility rules into a very real test. Both men say the move is about one thing: applying the rules equally and seeing how the league will respond.
Earlier this morning, Royce White's Minnesota Senate primary opponent, former NFL sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya, joined National Report to weigh in.
Yeah, and my friend Ennis Cantor Freedom is the first one to say it. And I think people can say this is a gimmick, it's a stunt, but what it does do is force the issue. The WNBA has a decision to make here. They're either a women's league, which is why the W is before the NBA, or they're not a women's league.
Here with us now is Royce White. Good to see you, sir, although I don't know if I should be calling you sir given the latest here. So, Royce, what are you hoping to get out of declaring for the WNBA draft?
I'm just having the time of my life. I'm living in my feminine era. I'm definitely going through a glow up.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, I'm going through a huge glow up right now. And I can't believe all the hate I've received. That's probably the most shocking thing, is the hate that I've received in the first 72 to 100 or so hours of my trans existence, my public trans existence. The left is just vicious. Death threats, you should commit suicide, your mother should be ashamed. It's absolutely eye-opening, the hate that trans people have lived with. It's just a shock that most of it comes from the American political left.
Well, Michelle Tafoya also went on to say when she was talking to us that, she used to cover the league in the early years, and it was about celebrating women in sports. Your thoughts on how far the NBA or WNBA has gotten away from that?
I feel like you're baiting me, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. Michelle Tafoya needs to get her priorities straight about the sanctity of life and the unborn women in the womb. And once she gets those things clarified, then her and I can discuss my transgender future in the association.
All right. Well, speaking about your transgender future in the association, in all seriousness, I mean, what do you think it took to get the WNBA to this particular point? Because the league is saying this is a nuanced issue, but in reality, it seems very clear that it's not.
Well, yes, certainly not a clear-cut issue. And I think that I should get a chance to play. I think Ina should get a chance to play. I think all sometimes identifying as transgender black lesbians should get a chance to play. That's my official identity. I'm a sometimes identifying as a transgender black lesbian. And we should all have a fair shake per the rules. I mean, let's just follow the rules as they're stated. And I think we'll be able to elevate the game. And that's what's most important. I want to bring more focus to the superiority of the WNBA.
Well, the leaders of the WNBA, they've come out. They're pretty hot under the collar about this whole thing, and they say that they don't want. It feels like it's politicizing it. But when they had coaches that were wearing, after Sophie Cunningham's comments, were wearing trans kids' rights T-shirts and trans this, and that apparently in their minds wasn't politicizing it. What's your sense of where the league leadership is?
Well, I'm not your typical trans activist or transgender or trans-adjacent activist in this regard. Although I am sometimes identifying as a black transgender lesbian, I do believe there's a time and place for trans, and it's not with our nation's children. And so I'm much different in my beliefs about trans rights and the politicized nature of the conversation than many of my other trans counterparts or feminist counterparts.
All right, Royce White, thank you very much.
Good luck in the draft. Okay, with us now is Sophia Laurie.